This week, I'll show you why I shoot in 4K and output in HD. When I shoot film, whether it's a travel video, a short documentary or a tutorial, I always shoot in 4K and then output in 1080. I'll then bring it into a 1080 timeline and output at 1080. So basically outputting at HD quality. HD quality is really good, and even some 4K TVs and monitors will up-res HD really well. The main reason why I do this is I can crop in a shot that I've already got without reshooting it. So I'm filming this in 4K and outputting at 1080. So if I mess up my lines, I can crop in like this, so then I don't have to reframe the shot and start again. It gives me the opportunity to shoot these talking pieces to camera really quickly. When I shoot B-roll that isn't slow-mo, I have the ability to crop in afterwards. So getting 2 shots in one. David Fincher does this now he shoots on digital. He'll overshoot the frame and then he can crop in and move around so he can be very precise in how the shot is framed. Do a search on some of the interviews that he's done on YouTube and you'll see how much he actually does this. Now, I'm no David Fincher, but we can all learn a thing or two from the masters. I tend to shoot most of my videos in a run and gun style, so I'm very quickly grabbing shots where I can. Some actions might only last a short time. If I've shot them in 4K, I have the ability to crop in afterwards, so I've almost got 2 shots of that one action. If it happens again, I can then zoom in. Straight away then I've got 4 shots of the same action. So it really opens up the possibilities in editing. I'll set the camera up to shoot in 4K. I've just got to make sure I've got a fast enough memory card to cope with the data rates. I'll then have all of my clips ready and organized in my Premiere Pro project. I'll drag them to the timeline, I'll rename it, then I'll click on the sequence settings and change the resolution to 1920 by 1080. I then have a shortcut for scale to frame size, so I can quickly switch between the frame and the punched in frame. Then when cropped in, I use the scale and position tool to move around the frame. Also, if you get a bit of a drift in the shot that you took, you can actually remove this drift to a certain extent by animating the frame to keep the subject where you want it in the frame. And that's about it. I find that the run and gun style filming that I do benefits from shooting in 4K and outputting in 1080. As technology progresses, I'll have to start outputting in 4K, but for now, I'll keep outputting at 1080. I find that this really helps in the editing stage of a video. All you need to do is make sure you have a fast enough computer to cope with 4K video. As always, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. And for weekly tutorials, hints and tips in photography and videography, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one.